G'day, this is Mannequin, and I'm going to be doing a Let's Play series. This Let's Play series will explore the content of Diablo without using the auction house. So the goal is to make it through normal and do that only using items I find. So I'm going to create a new character. So I'm going to do Demon Hunter, because that's my favourite class. Give it a name. And let's go. I'm going to break this up into its quest components, or the major segments. And I'm going to skip all the videos because who hasn't seen them like half a gazillion times. So I do have gold. If I find upgrades on the vendors, I will buy them off the vendors, but don't have too much gold because I keep spending it.
I have journeyed here to find.
So my goal is to play it with a unique play style, maybe. I'm not going to use smoke screen or any cheesy. I'm not going to make a glass cannon.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before.
So, but obviously, how I go will be determined by what gear drops.
Burn those corpses before they rise again. Zakarum has fallen to disgrace.
So, it shouldn't take too long to run through this. In this segment, I will probably get and rescue Deckard Kane.
Watch out! The wounded are turning. I have more control now.
Alright, we've got level 2.
The dead will overwhelm us. Then I shall. Thank you.
Yeah, skill category. That's right, the only skill it's got is Impale, which really doesn't do much at this level.
What can I do to help?
I admire.
Don't worry.
Well, they're attacking the barricades.
So another thing I did was I played a barbarian. I gave him some pimped up out weapons, and took him all the way to the Skeleton King with just weapons, and I kept him naked for the whole lot. That was pretty interesting. So the way I'm going to do this is just clear stuff. Now if I find socket gear with sockets in it, I do have gems sitting on a bank which I can use. Go in here, see what we got.
These ones aren't fully grown yet. There must be a nest here. That'll take care of the lot of you.
It sure will. So the exciting level, I think, for me is level 24. At level 24. Now, it's level 20 actually, but the rune I like using with elemental arrow unlocks at 24, I think. So I'm not even going to bother with impale because I don't need it. Most likely I could finish all of normal without putting a single skill on my action bar other than Hungering Arrow. Then obviously that changes as you go up with difficulty because you need more utilities. Adventuring guns. Plus experience. 1 experience. So anyway. Just a point of interest is I am Spurges, and I tend to see things like other people wouldn't normally see them. Divulging patterns, etc., etc. When they test you, they have a scale, and it goes from like 1 to 200. Anything over 200 is autistic. And I come in at about 170. So so, like, you know, you're looking at items and you want mitigations, and strength is not a bad stat, even for a demon hunter.
These unholy creatures can rest now.
Now you're thinking, well, what do you get out of it? Well, for every point of strength you have, you get armor, 1 armor. So if you're looking at a item comparable to someone else, and you know it has strength instead of some other useless stat on it, then you can factor that in to the armor value. Because my demon hunter, working through Act 2 Inferno at the moment, I use a shield and whatnot. I got a 900 DPS one-hander, and you know, in the long run of things, I really do hope to be able to stand toe to toe with stuff, smack the living poop out of it, and you know, at least come off.
My strength is back.
Nope. Getting me lag. So, you know, I don't ever expect to be as effective as a monk or a demon hunter and, you know, barely feel a thing. But, you know, to be able to get to that point where you're at an equilibrium of incoming damage with incoming lifesteal / life on hit, you know. And sometimes you might spike down, but you'll peak back up. So, you know, I want to get to up to about 60k health on my demon hunter.
I can no longer deny the true nature of the evil that rises from the depths of the cathedral. It is almost too horrible to admit the truth of it. It is the Dark Lord of Terror, Diablo himself, who plagued.
Thank you for your help.
Nor should she.
So,
Come,
I've
let
been
us
doing
search
this a
for
lot
your
in Inferno, farming gear this, you know, pretty much exact run. And I could probably do this almost naked and it will feel easier than Inferno.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior. who
mean,
was lost when Tristram fell to
I think
demons.
one of the greatest, don't get me wrong, I really do think that there's a lot of potential to be, released from
Follow me.
the game itself.
Your
They've got
mother
a
had
solid
her secrets.
People said she
engine
was
and
a
whatnot
witch,
with a few
but I never
tweaks.
believed it.
But what I think is a major limiting factor is people. There's no certainty of if I go and kill this boss 100 times, eventually he's going to drop something that's A, going to be sellable, or B, I can use. At the moment, the way it is there is no. It's not like it was ever a guarantee, but if you put enough time and effort into running something, then you got a unique. Every unique had its place. You had bad ones and good ones,
I feel better now.
but at the moment, the few uniques, legendaries. I keep calling them uniques because I played Diablo for a very long time. Diablo 1
Here's
and
the
2.
key, and my mother's journal.
I will go.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake.
Just little things that
Shadows close in on
that
Tristram
peeve me
once
is like
again.
the old Tristram runes that we run through,
I'll be gone before
and
they fall.
the positioning of everything just to me is out of whack, and it really does. I wouldn't say that it peeves me off a lot, but it does. I look at it and think,
So
well,
many dead.
this doesn't look. It doesn't fit. Like the buildings are out of place. Minutely, little stupid things. Yeah, comparatively, you think Diablo, realistically, running through on your own for your first time was quite the challenge. But there's a difference. Like,
The infamous Tristram Cathedral. I am close to the fallen star
once you
now.
cleared an area and you got to where the boss was, you had a whole map to kite the boss around with and work with him. Most times you run into a rare pack in here, and sometimes you've got nowhere to run. Like here, where am I supposed to go? Quite often you come in here in Inferno. This is all clear,
So this is where the star
and you
fell.
get just down to
My
here.
quarry must be near.
Kill this pack here. Straight through these doors. This is a pack of elites, and you've got really not much room to kite at all.
Sweet revenge!
Survivability is not even much of an option, which they are addressing, and people are going, "Oh my God, they're nerfing Inferno." Not really. They've seen that the balance is out of whack, and are remedying it. They never got to beta test Inferno and stuff. They had in-house testing, but only 2 people that I know of actually played through and got to Inferno with what they found. All the other internal testers had basically hacked items given to them. They were given fresh level 60s. I mean, obviously, because you're not gonna have the time to level up
I have more control now.
all the time and in internal testing, because they've probably only got a couple of dozen players or less. Which is why, a lot of problems that have arisen arrive from just the sheer volume of people playing the game now, of course they're going to find loopholes, and with social media that stuff gets spread. My black mushrooms aren't here. Normally this is the exact room that you would find black mushrooms in. They only spawn in this little segment here. I don't need them because I have like a nightmare level staff of herding.
My name is Lachdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I left only to honor my land and my
So if I was feeling really game, I could open up a pony level and go count on them.
My blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
So I'm gonna go rescue Kane, which should be just down here somewhere. Yeah, some of the achievements, they've got really quirky, fun achievements. Like this grotesque dude, when he explodes, actually does damage to all the mobs around him. And the achievement is to kill 30 other mobs with one of those fellas exploding. So look, let's see if we can do it here. They run quite fast, the big fellas. That's something that I think that is out of whack. You know, you got mobs that are slow, like this dude, and they don't do that much damage. Now, even on Inferno, they really don't do that much damage, these fellas. Keep going to right click to cast my elemental arrow. Bad anyway. I get bowler shot level 8, I think, 9. So one of the things that, you know, I have trouble remembering is numbers and stuff. Where it comes to theoretical principles and application is probably my stronger points. You know, and throw out ideas, and you know, my mates, I might like act like a catalyst. So in a group situation, I can, you know, bring up angles which other people don't think about normally, because I think in an abstract way because of my Asperger's. The reason why I'm running this, they're not Marish, and if I, you know, if they hit me, 25% chance that it will run, and now going up against one, no problems. But the problem comes in when you're going up against, you know, 4. That means that if all of them hit you once, at least one of them, you know, in principle, will fear you. And the problem is that if you get surrounded by those sorts of means, say on Nightmare or whatever, higher level, you have hoarding or, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Illusionists with that suffix as well, or prefix, whatever you want to call it. Then, you know, you end up getting feared once, and then if they're fast enough, they'll just keep chain fearing you. And especially if they're like archers. Oh my god, that was the silliest thing that happened to me this afternoon.
I am wounded.
Let's chug a potion. That was my first potion. No, it's all so tedious. I picked up a shield. Let's put that on. Why not? got a club. Hopefully we'll get a one-hand or a bow or crossbow land very soon. You know, they have some nice-ish procs, but, you know, where's the cool attributes like knockback? You know, in Diablo 2, I based whole builds around having 100% knockback. Or whole builds based around other attributes that you could, you know, stack to a point where it was, you know, 100%, like piercing. You know, who didn't do a multi-shot with the Baruzzo Ballista with 100% piercing and just go to town with stacking knockback? I used to love doing that, getting a bruiser, or whatever you want to call it, Ballista. Baruzzo dang code Ballista. It's been a while since I have played, you know, Diablo 2 properly. I still have an active account with, you know, some decent geared characters. They're not level 99 because, you know, before this came out, I did a last sort of hurrah and did a ladder run. Not on this, the new Diablo 2 ladder, which was reset on the 2nd or 3rd of May, but the one prior to that. So doorways are a good source of choke points. You know, and they were initially going to do all these cool, really quirky things of making each, you know, modded weapon, damage plus type, do something quirky and cool. And they sort of nerfed that. Now, I've been looking and looking for a crossbow that has frost damage. I just can't find them. It's not that I don't want to. I just can't find them bloody things. And I'd take a damage hit, like, you know, I'd drop a couple of K damage overall if it meant I could, you know, snare the targets that I'm shooting at. Because, you know, then I can just go to town on them and I don't have to. Depends on how much to snare. This is information that, you know, min maxes, which, you know, at the end of the day is going to happen no matter what they try to do to stop min maxing.
Oh, minions, stay back.
Yeah, little trick for Inferno is if you kill, well, for a ranged character at least, if you shoot them from up here, the next wave won't spawn. Then what you can do is drop traps on the stairs here. Then they'll spawn.
Back to your grave.
And you just stand here and do that. Try and kill off these minions first. And then start on the boss here. Let your work punch through. Use your caltrops. Or to your advantage. You know, and as you can see, my discipline dips down, and then it just, by the time I need to lay another set, they've laid. Now, what if you stand on the stairs? The arrows do go up. So there we go. Scouting buckler. That's experience. Nah. Now, according to the word on the forums, according to Blue Posts, the type of magic find that's on your Nephilim Valor is different from the magic find from items. So this kind of magic find here is 4% better chance of finding magical items. It actually, what happens is when the mobs roll an item, whatever it is, like this club here, it means it has a 4% chance of being a magical item. Now, if that club was a blue item, then it has that 4% chance of dropping your rare, aka yellows. So your magic find increases the quality of the loot. So you'll find more yellows with the
Leah Asshole.
magic find.
Wonderful to hear that
And the Nephilim Valor increases the amount of loot dropped,
I learned of this secret passage
which inherently
We must discuss
increases
the fallen star.
how many yellows drop.
Follow
Yeah, there's a chest here that I sometimes farm, sort of, when I'm bored. What I do is I was testing to see whether I could get interesting sword off the rare forge that drops, and you get this thing here which has I've got a couple of them on barbarian. It does like 8.2 damage, and it's level 0 weapon, so it's pretty decent. This is level 3 and that's level 0, and these two things would, now what have I got anything here I can use? Not really. This is just some stuff I found, then I'm gonna flog off from the auction house. A small chest off my thing. That's a decent shield. What's this? Some crap I must have accidentally put in there. So we've got staff of hurting there. It's only nightmarish because I'm too cheap. I'm hoarding mats at the moment. So when they make my blacksmith more viable, that's an interesting concept. Let's see. Let's salvage some of this stuff. Let's see what I can make. Can I forge? What can I forge? Level 25. Okay. Crossbow. Level 4. Alright. Hand crossbow. 16. 28. So I probably will be crafting a bit of gear. Let's pick that up and smash it. Have I got normal level mats? Yes, I do. What's this hell mode mats? This should give me some normal. Yeah. Now. So you can go like have materials. Can equip. Have materials. Can equip. Okay. So I need one more blue one. I can make this. Let's see, let's just chuck some gear on. I'll go do this last step in the chain.
Thanks.
I have but one.
Not
Please, how satisfying.
Level 5. Oh, we gotta talk to old Deckard Kane. Oh,
the
just some rapid
skeleton
fire.
key
A
lost.
tragic story.
The key. Leah,
I'll use rapid fire.
dismiss the signs so lightly.
I think.
Do you not believe the evidence
Others have visited Tristram before,
Now, if you
and it endured.
put your skills on your hotbar in town, there's no cooldown on them.
Soccer-room tones born of a falling star. The Heraldric scroll spoke of a dead life.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How is
Did I already?
Blacksmith. Deckard Cain.
Not
Yeah, I already did that bit. But I'll kill this. I just want to get that bow, and then leave the next part from just after this to the Skeleton King for episode 2.
My friend, I'm sorry.
Sorrow won't save your town, blacksmith.
So, yeah, I've got no blue items on. Yeah, I could go auction house some awesome level 4 one-hand or two-hand crossbow or bow. Yeah. On Inferno, for the Demon Hunter at least, I found a really nice positioning to kill her without her being able to even touch me. It should work also on here. So what we do is we whack down the caltrops like so.
Mira, my love,
Get him talking to her,
forgive me.
and then come stand right here and shoot them just past there like that. Now see, she'll start walking towards me and she'll go to actually cast stuff at me, but it'll hit the corner. Nope. Oh, I must have been over too much. Normally it hits the corner, yeah, like that. Right like that.
I am wounded!
Yeah,
Couldn't have done this without you.
There is one.
it only takes me like
You'll find
3 or
this
4
tomb in
seconds
a
to
cemetery,
kill her
the Weeping Hollow.
on
And if you
Inferno.
see my fool apprentice out
She usually
there,
doesn't make it
tell
past
him
here.
to get back to town.
We've got that blue, so I'll go make a crossbow.
Hey, come over here. I've got some new.
I could buy some rings actually. I should check the vendors here.
Yes, each of my items is very special to me, but I suppose I can sell you 1 or 2
Ooh,
things if I
attack
must.
speed. Magic fine, magic fine, magic fine. Whoops. Alright, it's just that. I'll go have a look at the armor and stuff.
I've dug out a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
Magic fine, magic fine, magic fine. So these stats really don't help that much. You know, you could stack this little bit of magic fine, but really there. I'll just go down to the dude with the rings, check his rings out, and he also stocks bows and stuff. So the bow that I can craft is like 9.2 DPS. So let's come down here.
No one
Defense.
around here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not easy, I can tell you that.
So bows have a faster rate of fire than a crossbow. Let's see. None of this is really that good. The rings now. So I think I will go and craft that crossbow. Crossbows do more damage out of the 3 weapon types, I do think. The only difference is, like, when you can unlock these passives, it's really annoying that you can't actually look at them while you're under level. So, with your luck. Yeah, so this is higher damage. It's actually 9.4, not 9.2. So oh, look at that. Yeah, see, 11 damage extra. It does mean I can't use the shield and whatnot, but whatever. I was stuck on the ground because I'm not going to waste my time running over to a thing. So all sorts of stuff saved in here. The earliest you can get sockets is level 20. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in episode 2.